Brazil.
And aloha! My name is Nyllah and I'm from the Hawaiian Islands in the United States. We represent millions of young people and children all around the world.
Last General Conference session in Atlanta, some delegates expressed the need for young adults being involved also as delegates and participants.
However, more can always be done.
But Elder Wilson also wanted to share some initiatives that are empowering young adults to play an integral place in the mission of the church.
The children of the Seventh-day Adventist Church are not just passive onlookers in the life of the church. Around the world, they are actively involved in ministry and service. They are young disciples leading other children and adults to Jesus.
Our goal and our calling is to assist our young people in embracing their destiny, that is, to know who they really are and to find their place in God's mission. It is not about keeping them in the church, for they are the church. In fact, the church must leave the building to be truly church, to make a difference for Jesus. And we're seeing this happening all over the world.
In 2013, 1 year in mission began. This initiative gives young people opportunities for leadership, decision-making, service, and proclamation of the everlasting gospel.
In 2014, the General Conference established a new position of Public Campus Ministries Director. The goal to help transform Adventist students in public colleges and universities into on-campus missionaries.
El Servicio Voluntario Adventista continúa enviando jóvenes adventistas voluntarios desde cada parte del mundo a todas partes del planeta.
Young people continue to swell the ranks of global mission pioneers, church planters who work among their own people to start new Seventh-day Adventist congregations in unentered areas and among new people groups.
When world divisions choose mission projects to benefit from the 13 Sabbath offerings, they now select at least one project that will appeal to children.
Around the world, young people are on fire for mission.
They come together at youth congresses, Pathfinder camporees.
They engage in GYC, the Caleb Project Youth Evangelist, the Pay It Forward Initiative, Vacation Bible Schools, and Evangelistic Married for Children.
And this year's General Conference session offering gives children and young people the keys to help empower us for mission.
The millions of dollars given to this offering will be entrusted to those of us 25 years and under to plan, own, and implement creative mission projects.
Committees that decide how the funds will be used must consist of members 25 years old or younger, like us.
You have a chance to support that offering the coming Sabbath.
Now let's travel to Papua New Guinea and meet a young woman who answered God's call to serve after she attended a youth congress.
In early 2013, Miriam travelled from Papua New Guinea to Brisbane, Australia, for South Pacific Division's World Changes Youth Congress. At the Congress, Miriam asked God how she could change the world. One night, she dreamed of trees full of fruit with no one to harvest them. After the dream, she thought of her father's old village back in the highlands of Papua New Guinea. She felt convicted this was the village God wanted her to change for Jesus. Back home, Miriam shared her dream with her church and asked if anyone would go with her. Only one person responded, a 9-year-old boy. The next day, the two set out alone. For 2.5 days they walked until they arrived at the village just before sunset Friday evening. Miriam's aunt and uncle were waiting for her and said, "We knew you were coming, and you've got good news for us." Miriam was shocked because she hadn't told anyone she was coming. But she certainly did have good news, and she eagerly shared her testimony with every family in that village. After listening to Miriam, the blind 80-year-old village chief rose to his feet, and he asked her to come back and bring her Adventist church to their village. That day, salvation came to a village because of a 9-year-old boy and a girl who followed a dream and prayed to change the world.
If a person like Miriam can make such a difference in such a short time, can you imagine what will happen if young adults dedicate 1 year in mission?
Let's find out how the 1 Year in Mission initiative, launched 2 years ago, is mobilizing people for service today.
How do you harness energy? Solar panels harness the energy of the sun, but how do you harness the boundless energy and enthusiasm of young people? You don't. You turn it loose.
When God wanted something momentous to be done at key points in history, he turned to young people. Joash, Samuel, Daniel and his 3 friends, Joseph, the little Jewish maid in David's home.
Even Jesus was only 12 when he amazed religious leaders with his knowledge of Scripture.
And in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, teenagers and young adults led the way. Jane Andrews, Elias Smith, Stephen Haskell, John Locke.
And a young woman named Ellen White who received her first mission at age 17.
The 1 Year in Mission initiative calls on young people to dedicate 1 year of their lives in service to God for mission. Launched in New York during NY13, 1 Year in Mission is spreading around the world. Returning to their home territories, these young people became leaders, encouraging, training, and mentoring other young people for mission. 1 Year in Mission, inviting young people to leadership and service.
We would like to now welcome Alvina Pillay, the 1 Year in Mission representative for Southern Africa Indian Ocean Division.
And Anthony Stanier, the representative from the Southern Asia Pacific Division.
So Alvina, how has 1 Year in Mission changed your life?
1 Year in Mission has given me the platform to understand what God's plan for my life has always been. He's been able to use the talents that I've been blessed with to bless others and to share Jesus. Most importantly, it's been able to give me the opportunity to be a part of a worldwide family with 13 other OUM delegates from around the world.
Anthony, why is it so important to be involved in service and mission?
I think part of our spiritual life, we have this part of where we need to respond. And our response is through mission and service. Services with our skills, and mission, of course, our lifestyle. What we want to do and what God is putting in our lives that we should do today. And sharing God's love in practical ways, I think that's what's important about missions and service.
Alvina, what would you say to someone that wants to be involved in 1 Year in Mission and other mission initiatives?
I think we should start small. If we start in our communities, if we start our own churches, that's giving you a platform. You don't need to go around the world to become a missionary, but start right there. And if you do anything, if you do it with God's will and His plan behind you, everything will be a success.
Anthony, how has 1 Year in Mission affected your spiritual life?
I think 1 Year in Mission has created a platform in which my choices in life, which is my spiritual life, of course, has, impacted my life in such a way that my choices have changed, my choices of career has changed, and also my lifestyle has changed.
Well, next up, we'll meet a young man that didn't wait to grow up to do something for Jesus.
Mateus Suarez is 9 years old. From a young age, he was challenged by his church family to bring people to Christ.
What I like the most is to work in the church. I have the habit of visiting people. I ask them why they are not coming to church. But when a person is not yet baptized, I will visit to invite them to church. Then we end our visit with a warm goodbye, and I move on to another house. In a single day, I can visit about 3 people.
At the young age of 9, Mateus has given Bible studies to families and individuals and has brought many to the baptismal waters, but he longs for more.
I'm in charge of the children's department, audiovisual, and personal ministries. When I grow up, I want to be a pastor.
Today, Mateus is 15 years old and is attending an Adventist high school in preparation for pastoral ministry. At Fa'ama, he gets a quality Christian education and the opportunity to preach during special events and at daily worship meetings to dormitory students. When Mateus arrived at Fa'ama, he looked for individuals to study the Bible with so he could continue to follow Jesus' invitation to mission through one-on-one Bible study.
If God said, go to all the world, we need to go into all the world. Although there are a lot of places where the gospel is not allowed, Jesus affirms us that even if we die for him, one day we will live with him. And if you are faithful unto death, he will give you the crown of life.
Many young people start at a young age like Adventist, and they're involved in many aspects of mission. In some areas of the world, child preachers are sharing God's love.
You know, wouldn't it be nice if we had a child preacher here today?
To the honor of God, please refrain from clapping. Today, more than ever, we need to proclaim the three angels' message, the everlasting gospel. This is the greatest message of God's love. Revelation 14 verse 7 says, "Fear God and give him glory, because the hour of his judgment has come. Worship him who has made the heavens, the earth, the seas, and the springs of water." Proverbs 8 verse 13 tells us, "The fear of the Lord is to hate evil." God also says, "Pride and arrogance and the evil way and the perverse mouth I hate." In order to proclaim these messages, we must receive the anointing that Jesus received. As expressed in Hebrews 1 verse 9, "You have loved righteousness and hated lawlessness. Therefore, God, your God, has anointed you with the oil of gladness." This we, as Seventh-day Adventists, must experience in order to triumph in the final crisis. This is my prayer for all of you. Amen. Touch the world around us. We are his feet to go where he may lead. And we are his love, burning in the darkness. We are his love, shining in the night.
That was beautiful, Rachel. Thank you very much.
We are his eyes to see the need in others. We are his voice to tell of his return. And we are his love, burning in the darkness. We are his love, shining in the night. We are his love, burning in the darkness. We are his love, shining in the night.
Rachel has been singing in the churches since age 8. Thank you very much.
And now let's welcome the one-year mission team the young adult delegates and other youth that are representing their territories at the 60th General Conference session.
And please also welcome General Conference President, Elder Ted